Welcome to today's yoga challenge. Today's class, we're going to be focusing on a series of moves for good spinal health. Let's start with the breathing exercise. Bring your pointing finger and thumb together, form a circle. Extend the rest of your fingers with the backs of your hands on your knees. And take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. And slowly breathe out through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. Feel as your body expands, and slowly breathe out through your mouth. Feel how your body moves with every out breath. Deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Nice deep breath in through your nose and breathe out slowly through your mouth. Now I'm going to start with a series of warm-up exercises. If you have a block, grab that and come to have a sit on your block. It's not necessary, but it will make these exercises much more effective. Open your feet as far as they will go and lean forward. And now we're just going to do some nice big circles with our body. Just take some nice big circles as far as you can go, moving from your hips, giving those hips a good stretch and warm up. And one last rotation, and as you come to the front again, pause briefly and then make circles in the opposite direction. And one final rotation around, come forward and then lengthen your spine and come to a neutral seated position. You can bend your knees, bring your feet flat on the mat. Have your hands on your knees and you're just going to do some shoulder rotations, rotating the shoulders backwards. And then change direction in the opposite direction. Great, now bring your arms up to your side, shoulder height, and make big circles with your arms backwards. And then change direction and make big circles with your arms forward. And now just your wrists, make circles with your hands backwards, moving from the wrists. And then change the opposite direction. Okay, you can now come off of your yoga block and come to sit on your mat. Bring your arms in front of you, roll your spine and come to lie down, and then bring your knees up and support the back of your thighs with your hands. We're going to do big circles with our feet from our knees, giving ourselves a nice knee warm up. Change direction and make circles with your feet in the opposite direction as big as you can go. And now just for the ankles, make circles with your feet, moving just from the ankles. And change direction and make circles in the opposite direction. Hug your knees into your chest, and if you can, roll up and come back into a seated position, or just come back into a seated position as best as you can. We're going to be doing half dragonfly pose, so take your right leg out to the side as far as you can go. Bring the bottom of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Turn your body to face your right foot. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, fold forward as far as you can comfortably go. And you can rest your hands on either your knee, shin, ankle, or foot, just as far as you can go. And we're going to hold you out for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift up only your right hand and bring your right hand to the mat behind you. Take your left hand to the outside of your right leg, and then turn your head and neck and look behind you in a gentle twist. And let's hold here for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly come back to forward. And now we're going to do the other side, so extend your left leg out now as far as you can comfortably go, and bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh, turn to face your left foot, and gently fold forward, reaching as far as you can comfortably go without forcing yourself into the pose. And let's hold here for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift up only your left hand and bring it onto the mat behind you. Take your right hand to the outside of your left leg, and then turn your head and look behind you in a gentle twist, and let's hold here for a few breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, come back to center. Now bring your legs underneath you and come up onto all fours, and we're going to do a cat-cow flow. So take a deep breath in, drop your belly, lift your tailbone and look up for cow. Breathe out, chin to chest and arch your back for cat. Breathe in for cow. Breathe out 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 for cat. Come back to a neutral position, and now reach out to your right leg and come up onto your right toes. Keep your right hand flat on the mat and take your left hand out to the side and up above you, and turn to look up to your left hand. And let's hold here for a few breaths in a variation of side plank. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bring that left hand back to the mat and bring that right knee back. Now extend your left leg and come up on your left toes, and lift your right hand up and above your head and look up to your right hand, and let's hold here for a few more breaths. Take a deep breath in and bring your right hand back down to the mat and bring your left knee back forward. Keep your knees and feet together and push yourself back to sit on your feet. We're going to be doing child's pose, so come and bring your forehead down to the mat. If you feel you're lifting up off of your feet, rather you use support like a yoga block and rest your forehead on the yoga block, or form fists with your hands and rest your forehead on your fists. So take a moment, find your position, and then if you can, bring your hands to your side, palms facing upwards, and drop your shoulders, and let's hold here for a few breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, use your hands to push yourself up and lengthen your spine. Come up off of your feet, and now take your feet apart almost to the edges of your mat and push yourself back to sit on your mat between your feet. If you struggle with this, you can sit on your block for support, but if you're able to, try to come down all the way onto the mat, but take a moment to find a position that you can hold comfortably for quite a period of time without any pain or discomfort. Comfort is key. Try to make sure that your knees remain touching. Interlace your fingers behind your head, turn to look over to the left in a gentle twist, and then try to drop your right elbow down to your left knee and just go as far as you are able to. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly come up. Now for the opposite side, so twist to look to the right, and then slowly drop your left elbow down to the right knee, and let's hold here for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, gently come back up and release your hands. Now bring your hands behind your back in an inverted prayer. If you can't go all the way, you're welcome just to reach until the tips of your fingers touch or as far as you can go. And then take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, gently fold forward over your thighs. Try to bring your forehead all the way down to your knees, and let's hold here for a few breaths. If it is more comfortable, you're welcome to rest your forehead on top of a yoga block. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, come up as slowly as you need to. Release your hands and then bring your hands in prayer in front of your heart. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your hands up and over your head. Bring your hands out to shoulder width apart, and then bring your hands back as far as you can go, creating an arch in your back. Look up and hold here for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly come back to center and bring your hands down. Moving as slowly as you need to, lengthen out your legs in front of you, and we're going to do a few stretches. So point your toes towards you, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, point your toes away from you. Breathe in, point your toes towards you. Breathe out, point your toes away. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We are now going to be doing supine poses. So feet flat on the mat, knees bent, arms in front of you, and then roll your spine and come to lie down on the mat. We're going to do a supported butterfly, but it's your hips that are going to be supported. So bring a bolster or a yoga block to underneath your hip bones. Please make sure it is your hip bones that are supported and not your spine. Then bring the bottoms of your feet together and let your knees fall apart naturally. Take a moment and find your comfortable position. Bring your arms up in front of you and then reach and hold onto your elbows, and then take your arms and lift them up and over your head and onto the floor behind you. And we're going to hold this position for a few breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, release your elbows, your arms, and use your hands to push your knees back up together. Gently lift your hips and remove your block, and then lower your hips down to the mat. Lengthen out your legs, and let's get ready for Savasana, final resting pose. Feet fall apart naturally, shoulders away from your ears, your arms at your side, palms facing up, and you can close your eyes or lower your gaze, whichever is most comfortable for you. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, take a moment to scan your body and notice the areas that will be feeling different now after 2 days practice. Closing mantra for today. I move with ease, allowing my spine to support and guide me. Come back to being present in your body. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you can wriggle your fingers and toes and move your head from side to side. Bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, and then reach your hands up above your head. Point your toes and give yourself a nice full body stretch from your hands to your toes. And release. And when you are ready, you can bend your knees. Roll over onto your side and use your hands to push yourself up into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today, and know that I appreciate you. Hands in prayer in front of your heart. Go well. Namaste.